and Jai Shri Krishna students. Myself Harsh Mehta and I am taking 10th standard science. Students, in the previous video we have gone through chapter number 2 in which we have studied the chemical properties of acid. In that we have studied all the different reactions of acid with different other elements. Now today we are going to see what is the behavior of acid inside a water solution. So for that, the activity is activity 2.8. In this activity there is an apparatus apparently which is shown over here. You can refer your textbook also for that. Here is a beaker containing dilute HCl solution. It contains water also inside. Now what happens when we keep a rubber cord? On that rubber cord we have kept two iron nails, connecting the two iron nails with the help of a battery to a bulb and a switch. So the apparatus is shown in the figure. Now what happens when we connect the battery and we turn on the switch? The bulb starts glowing. Why does it happen? See students, an acidic solution contains H plus ions inside it, due to which it conducts electricity. So you can take different types of solutions. For example, HCl, it contains H plus and Cl minus ions. Then you can take sulfuric acid, it again contains H2 plus, that is H plus ions, and SO4 2 minus ions. Then you can take basic solutions also, for example NaOH, KOH. Then you can see whether the bulb is glowing or not. If the bulb is glowing, that means that there is a flow of electrons or the flow of ions inside the solution, due to which it conducts electricity. So basically acidic solutions are more good conductor of electricity. This is explained in the next activity. So what happens to an acid or base in a water solution? See students, as I said, that acidic solution or basic solution contains ions inside it, due to which they conduct electricity. So let us take an example by writing the chemical reactions for it. By taking the example of an acidic solution in which I have taken HCl, if I take HCl and a water combination solution, in this what happens, due to the hydrolysis effect, it produces H3O plus ions and Cl minus ions. This H3O plus is also known as hydronium ion or hydrated hydronium ion, which is responsible for the acidic property of the solution. So how can we come to know whether the solution is acidic or basic? We already have done the physical properties in which we have done a litmus paper test. In this litmus paper test, when you dissolve it, a litmus paper inside an acidic solution, then it will turn blue litmus paper into red, and if it is a basic solution, then it will turn red litmus paper into blue. So you can find it out with the help of litmus paper. Secondly, there is an equipment called pH paper. A pH paper is a type of chemical paper in which when you dissolve it in any acidic solution, it changes to a different color. So that different color, whatever the pH paper is containing, will resemble to a different type of solution's concentration of ions. The third way to identify the pH, that is the power of hydroxide or hydrogen ion inside an acidic solution, is through pH meter. It is a device in which you have to just dip the two electrodes inside the solution and it will directly give you the answer that this much pH is there. So what is this pH actually? This pH is nothing but to identify the concentration of H plus ions or H3O plus ions inside an acidic solution is known as pH. This was found out by SPL Sorensen. He took this as an equation. pH is nothing but power of hydroxide ion or power of hydrogen ion, pH or POH. So this is power of H plus ion, this is power of hydroxide ion, OH minus ion. So how much amount of ions are dissolved inside that solution of acid or base can be found out with this help, pH and POH. That will be going to be discussed inside the next topic. Right now we were discussing about what happens to an acidic or a basic in a water solution. So acidic solution I have taken HCl, so H2O, hydrolysis. H3O plus ions will be dissociated and Cl minus will be dissociated. So this H3O plus is also known as hydronium ion. Same way if it is a basic solution, I have taken an example of NaOH. You can see over here NaOH. This NaOH, when hydrolyzed with water, means in NaOH we have added some water and hydrolysis reaction is done. Then it will liberate Na plus and OH minus ions. This OH minus is hydroxide ion, which is responsible for the basic property inside the basic solution. So this pH is used to find out the power of hydrated hydrogen ion or hydrated hydronium ion, H3O plus. So you can find out number of ions or number of concentration of a solution inside the acidic solution using pH. And using pOH we can find out power of hydroxide ion inside the basic solution. Basically, SPL Sorensen gave a pH scale. This pH scale comprises from 0 to 14. So from 0 to 14 is your pH scale range. Exactly at 7, if the pH reading or the pH meter reading is exactly at 7, then it is known as a neutral solution. So 0 to 7 is a acidic solution. So if it is 0, 1, 2, 3, so it starts from here. And if it is 6.9 till 6.9, it is an acidic solution. Similarly, from 7.1 to 14, it is the basic solution. So, if I generally give the range of acid, base and neutral using the pH scale, then pH for acid, it is from 0 to 6.9. Then for base, it is from 7.1 to 14. And if it is a neutral salt, then it is exactly at 7. So this all terms are necessary to understand the chapter's next topics. So I have discussed with you the activity 2.8, which gives the behavior of acid in water solution. Then we are describing what happens inside that, why it is happening, so why the electricity is conducted over here due to the presence of H plus ions inside the acidic solution of HCl. So that I have described over here. What happens to an acid or base in a water solution? So acidic solution example and basic solution example. In order to identify how much ions or the concentration of the H plus or H3O plus ions or OH minus ions, we have derived a term called pH or pOH, which is given by SPL Sorensen. pH scale comprises from 0 to 14. Especially 0 to 6.9 is acid, as I have written over here. pH from 0 to 6.9, it is known as acidic solution. Basic solution is from 7.1 to 14. So if I say HCl is 0.2 or 0.3, so it is more acidic solution, concentrated acidic solution. And if I say the pH is 6.9 or 6.8, then it is a less concentrated solution, acidic solution. So using pH scale, pH meter, pH paper and litmus paper, you can find the solutions are acidic or basic. To find the exact value of pH, we use pH meter, which gives us the exact value of measurement. Thank you.